Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at Facebook, Apple, and Amazon. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to my website, sign up. The videos are free. Or click down here in the bottom right hand corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Traders, you're looking for a new broker? Check out venomtrading.com/promo/StockBookie. This is the parent company of Cobra Trading, best in the business, best customer service. Check these guys out, especially if you're an active trader. venomtrading.com. You won't be disappointed. All right, guys, so let's get right into the daily chart on Facebook. So we were posting stuff on StockTwits today, and this is a key area right here at 167.17. This was the low pivot when we had that 1600 down day on the Dow. Then we had the bounce, retraced up to the 618, came right back in, made another higher low. So we made the low, higher low. As long as we stay at above this trend line, this one wouldn't have any problems. But we had a nice gap down on news. What I'm looking for here now, been in this channel for a while. They tried breaking it up, fake out, flushed it in their face, came right back. But this down sideways action, this was bearish action. If you look at the IWM, you look at the SPY, they all got to the 750 retrace, if not higher. Even the Qs, guys, retraced to the all-time high. So you had to watch for that. As the Qs were retracing all-time highs, Facebook was a little bit weaker. Had to keep your eyes. Somebody knew something was going on because there wasn't buy the dip mentality in Facebook. And guess what, guys? They knew what was up, and boom, boom, 2 days down. So we flush it down to this area too, which barely made it. 161.53. The low of the day was 161.95. So we didn't make there. Pops it up, saves the day, closes it above the 167.17. Still not out of the woods yet, guys, in my book. Let's go to the weekly chart. Now the weekly chart, we're looking at the 50 MA on the, which is the orange line here. This is that double bottom here at 167.17, guys. So we barely hanging on to the 50 MA. We got to wait for the Friday close on this one, but this is very, very important. Bearish, you close below this MA, below this pivot, and maybe down even below this 161.53. Bullish, you have to start reversing right now. You need to get above the MAs here and shoot for this double top again. But look at this, down, sideways, inside bar, bearish pattern on the weekly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks consolidating. Boom, get the news, sends it down. Let's go back to the daily. So we're down a little bit after hours, $1.50, no big deal. But guys, this is your key area right now, 167.17. We close below that, or we keep chopping around down in here. Because this we closed right on top, so there's no confirmation on the closing below the MAs. But let's watch this. You have a nice tail. Someone came in here and pushed this thing up to try to save it. So all the bulls are looking for this area as well. If we close above that, should be fine. Should take off. We're going to have to see, guys. Market sell. This will continue lower. I still think the targets are going to be 155, a gap fill. And then you have this little pivot here right around the 148.10, and then as well as the 144.66. We're going to see if it goes there. Not quite sure yet. I got to see how this thing sets up. But I've been doing videos, and I've been talking about this one being a little bit weaker. Let's check this out. Okay, so everything's going. Then if you look at the Qs, see how the Qs retraced up? Right to the 50 retrace, or the 750 retrace, pulls back, breaks out, new highs. Everyone thinks this thing's breaking out. Down, inside bar, bearish pattern, boom, we set it down. Today was pretty much just a pause day, 55 cents up. But see how this thing broke up? You go back to Facebook, didn't do it. Didn't do it. Didn't get there. Even Apple went up. Everything else went flying up except for Facebook, guys. Only could get to the 618, this double top, starting to fall apart. Look at this, down, sideways, inside bar, boom, boom. So look for these areas. Look for the close below 167.17. Got to stay above this, bulls. If it does not, most likely we're heading down. I want to see what the monthly says, though. So the monthly, I want to see the price target on the 50 MA or on the 20 MA. 20 MA, yeah, 152.93 is the price target, and then the 148.10. So I honestly think this thing could get back to the 115 area, but that's me. That will take a little bit of time because these are monthly plays. But short term, daily chart, technical damage done, closed below this and confirmed below that. We had pretty good reversal volume and they did save it. I need to see a little bit more on the charts. You know, tomorrow for the bulls, you need to close above the 170 area, period. I mean, if we recapture the 200 MA and get above 172.49 with some good action volume, then yes, maybe we can go higher. But until we get above the 20 MA and until we close above this 170 area, and if it keeps chopping down here, I think it's setting up for lower prices. If the markets are weak and start to sell, this one will be following the markets as a market trade, guys. So just be careful in this one. It's all news driven right now. You know, I know buy the dip mentality's there, and you have to do it. That's what I've done for years. I just bought the dip and it went up. And all of a sudden you buy the dip, you go in with margin. Next thing you know, this thing's flushing out to 150. Just be careful. It's due for a nice sell-off. This is down, sideways action. You're out of the big channel now, and some technical damage has been done with Facebook. So be very careful with this one. Apple. Apple trying to hold on to this trend line here. You know, same thing. Look how it went up with the Qs, reverse, went straight through, double top, looked like it was going to break out. Same thing with the Qs. Pulled back, holding this trend line. If you're long Apple, you have to hold the trend line in the 50 MA here. Bulls, you got to bounce right back up, fill this gap, get above this trend line, and possibly higher prices. Until then, though, guys, I'll be watching for pattern here. So far, 2 days down here. If we get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days, or a week and a half or 2 weeks sideways, this thing will be setting up for lower prices. If the market dips in the next couple days, everything will dip with it. Just the way it is, guys. It's a market trade. So right now, Apple's still okay, still holding the trend line, still above the 50 and the 200. What can you say? For the bears, you want to just break this trend line, get through the 50 MA, you're going to be heading right here real quick, and then the next kiss of the 200 MA. If that breaks, we're going to fill this gap, and we're going right back to the 150 area. Market sell, we're going a lot lower on all these stocks, guys. My price target, I mean, you got this big channel, guys. Tried breaking above, just can't get it. We're breaking, well, we're in the middle of the range now. If we break this, come right back in, then watch out, guys. This thing could possibly start to sell more. Weekly chart now. Weekly chart, a little bit different. The 50 MA is down here. You still have great support, still above all the moving averages. Let's see if we can get below this. Let's see what the Friday close brings. That's going to tell us a little bit more and put the pieces of the puzzle together. Let's see if we can get out of this channel. Right now, like I said, we've been in the mid-range here. Let's see what happens if we hold this trend line or not. But right now, guys, Apple's okay. But if you are long, just tighten those stops. You'd rather just stop out here. If it comes back down 10 bucks, buy it again if you're an Apple freak. I'm more of a just get in, get out as much as I can. I have some long-term trades on, some that I got stuck, but right now, Apple, okay. You're at this 175.04. If you do crack below that, then we'll be watching then support areas to see if these areas will hold. Still have a big gap fill down here at 156.73 on the weekly. I still think we could get here. Ultimately, though, markets dump. We're going right here, 124.20. That's the target on everything for me right now, weekly, if we sell. All right, so that's Apple, guys, weekly chart, and even on the monthly, guys. Monthly, a little bit stretched. Here's your target, 144 down in here, and then eventually it'll be the 121 or gap fill down in here. But it's Apple, so, you know, a lot of people hold it. I mean, you still have some support around 134, but I still like this gap fill area. I've been saying that for a long, long time. So that's a monthly chart, guys. Weekly, I still think we get to the 200 MA right there, right around the gap fill. So watch for that one on Apple. But right now, everything's good. Just remember, tighten those stops. If we start pulling back, just get out, let it pull back, get in a little bit cheaper, and then hold it. If it drops down here, I will definitely be buying a buyer down here at 124, 125 on Apple. Let's go to Amazon. Now remember, guys, everything's a market trade right now. See how the SPY, if you look at the SPY today, guys, SPY just kind of floated. We'll go to the 10-minute chart. Just sideways. A little bit up today, nothing serious. Went a little bit red, came up at the end of the day. See how the volume just disappears. We float. A little more volume comes in, we pull back at the end, and we stop there. So it really wasn't, this was where people were covering down in here. Because figure you get that nice sell-off yesterday. Shorts are covering, you get that little bit of bounce. Here we're just a flat day. What are they doing here again, guys? What did everyone do here? Buy puts. So what they do, they gap it up and they just sit it all day to deplete the puts. We took our SPY put trade off yesterday. Perfect timing. We got screwed on some other trades about a month ago. This time I make money, I am out. Done. Finished. So let's go back to Amazon now. So Amazon, I see a lot of people trying to get into this one again, buy the dip mentality. Oh my gosh, it's Amazon. Here we go. Hurry, hurry. Guys, we bounced off the 20 MA. We filled the gap today, got a little bit higher. The trend is your friend until the end. You have nice spacing in the moving averages here. This one's getting a little bit wide though and starting to get a little bit extended from the 200. So let's see what this thing does. A lot of times we'll retrace, one last one, and roll over and come in. So watch for that. Big area support will be right here. If I can get it in there. Right around the 1500 or 1497. We cracked that. We're going to be fast tracking right down to the 200 MA, guys. You'll still have support down in here, which is great support right at 1266. But at the end of the day, guys, if this thing starts to dump, this is going to be, 50 MA, this pivot here, and ultimately gap fill right at 1339, and then this big pivot here before it broke out to the upside. So Amazon, guys, nothing wrong. Going for the all-time highs again. Why not? I hope we get 1 or 2 more days. We'll write some more calls on this one and play the decay. We just did it on Amazon. Bottom at $23, 1660 April 20th, and we covered them yesterday at 1111. So a little over 50%. That's what we're trying to shoot for. So just watch for that. It's just buy the dips too easy, guys. And this time you'll use margin, and you know what they'll do? They'll float it up, and then they'll reverse it, and that's when they'll tank it. Weekly chart, Amazon. Little bit, let me put the Amazon thing in there. Weekly chart, Amazon, still stretched. There's my price target, 1323, then 1117. So getting stretched, guys. I mean, it came off a nice bullish base, but this move here, guys, just too much, too far, too fast. Bottom line, it's going to be coming back, and when it does, I still think we could get down into the $700 area, $800 area. It's going to take a little time. It's going to take the markets pulling back, but still not out of the picture, guys. Look at the monthly. Monthly, still stretched. Thousand's my price target, right where we consolidated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 months up. Almost time to be pulling back, guys. If we get below the 1500 area, then look out. This thing will sell. Watch the SPY. The SPY starts to dump. All these are coming in, guys. And one that really I saw today, someone sent me this, so I had to post this on StockTwist. Look at the Tesoro. I got stuck in this one, guys. I don't know where I would have to look back where my trade was, but I was upside down. It was like, holy cow. I was like, all right, hold on. It's a monthly play. Breathe. Look at this thing. Come right back up. And look at this thing. Look at this fall. It was this thing was almost at $200. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 months ago. A year and a month ago, it was almost $200, and today it's $59. But remember, it's Tesoro. I mean, really. Buy it up here. I mean, they gave it an upgrade. Guys, just turn off CNBC, turn off all that crap. I know there's a lot of bag holders in this one. I was one of them going short when this thing reversed right here and started consolidating. Look at that. Got out of it, got some nice gains. Maybe a buyer down here at 29 bucks, but just be careful. All right, back to Amazon. I know I'm flying around here, but just be careful. Look at Amazon flying high, just like Tesoro, guys. 20 MA will be the target. Just be careful on these. They all come in. Look at Skyworks. Remember that? Apple. But they do Apple. Everything's Apple. I mean, it's Skyworks. How do you short that? We were shorting here right at 112. We only got about 10 bucks out of this, or 10%, and it kept going, guys. I mean, look at that. It's the Eiffel Tower. Just look out for these plays. And look, we're right back into this again. This thing's going to come down again, so just be careful with Skyworks. All right, guys, back to Amazon. I think that's going to be it. Just be careful if you're buying the dip and you get that $100 move up, take the money. If you buy 50 shares, you get a $100 move, get out. Wait for this thing to come back a little bit lower. I'd wait for about the 1,000 level, buy the dip. I mean, we're going to see if the markets are cratering and everything's a market trade. This could go a lot lower with everything else, guys. All right, that's going to be it for today. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to become a member at StockBookie.com. And don't forget to subscribe to my videos on YouTube. And guys, thanks again for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. God bless. See you on the charts.